Hey guys, okay, so I'm back. So I wanted to do this video and kind of share a story with you at the same time. This happened to me a couple of years ago. I was in a store that was having a really good sale on their jewelry. And, you know, a lot of stuff was on clearance or whatever. And I had gone the day before and bought a couple of things, but I wanted to go back. So I go back and found a couple other things that I wanted to add to my collection. And I get up to the register and the girl starts ringing me up. Well, I gotta pay, right? So I had a purse on and I took the strap off and the strap was caught on my necklace. And when I did, it broke. It literally sent hundreds of like big old wooden chunky beads flying all across the front of the store. Needless to say, it was very embarrassing. The sales girl was just like, "Oh my god, that was so embarrassing." I was like, "Yeah, tell me about it." You know, she didn't even help me pick them up. Jeez Louise, man, it was so embarrassing. You know, and I think about it right now and I look back on it and I think to myself, I was like, you know, I could have been a total jerk and just been like, yeah, I'd like to do an exchange and just tried to like return the necklace right then and there. But it was so cheap that it wasn't even worth it and I was really embarrassed. I just wanted to get the heck out of there. So yeah, I thought I'd share that story with you because I'm sure you've ran into it before. It's probably happened to you where, you know, you either have a necklace or a bracelet that breaks on you. And you know, I kind of wanted to do this video to show you, you know, all hope is not lost, you know, and you can fix it yourself. It's okay. So, you know, over the years, my jewelry collection, which is the majority of it, or most of it, is costume jewelry. You know, I have a lot of, like, seed bead necklaces. I have a lot of bracelets that are like that with, like, beads and stuff like that. And a lot of them have this, like, stretchy cord. Like this one. This one's pretty old and it's one of my favorites, and it's probably about time where I just need to cut it and redo the cording in it because it's so, you know, it kind of loses that stretchiness and it's just gonna break on me. So, you know, it totally needs to be fixed, you know. But I have a lot of bracelets that have that same material. I have a lot of necklaces that are like that. And, you know, they get caught on things, you know, it can get caught on your own arm or whatever and just break. If you're lucky enough, you know, you can try to catch all the beads or whatever and, you know, keep them and be able to fix them. So if you have an old necklace laying around, or you could basically use this method to make your own jewelry too. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have something broken to do this. The one thing that you will need, and I think every fashionista should have this in her emergency fashion kit, you know, I really recommend it. This stuff is called stretchy cord. I bought mine at my local, you know, like fabric store, craft store, and it was like maybe $3, and you get this like spool with all this cording on it. Now I opted to buy the one that was like clear. So it's like, you know, basically almost like see-through. It's clear. You know, they do have it in like white or black or brown if you really want. But I figured I'd just go with the clear because it's kind of just going to go with everything kind of deal. And, you know, if you don't want to do the stretchy cord, they have like, you know, leather cording or even that hemp kind of stuff there too. So you could go either way, really. So yeah, I think it's wise to have some of this in your collection because, you know, things break, you know, new things that you get break, old things break too, you know. So for this project, I kind of wanted to do this to show you that you can fix it. You know, it's not that hard. You know, you don't have to just throw it away or go buy another one, that kind of thing. The only things you will need is the stretchy cord, of course, you know, a pair of scissors, everybody has those, and a bottle of clear nail polish just for the end, you know. It helps kind of like seal the knot in place and keeps it from like sliding out. So yeah, That's basically all you need, and of course you just need a broken necklace. And if you don't have a broken necklace and you're just doing, you can use this method to just make brand new jewelry yourself. So. Okay, for this project, you're going to want to do this in a place where you have room and where, a nice flat surface, and so your beads won't roll off and get lost. So the first thing I did was I continued to actually take apart the necklace. Since the old cord had broke on me, I basically pulled it out and pulled all the beads off. I've kind of just laid the majority of the little beads over here, but obviously the way that this necklace is, there's a main focal point, and it's, these nice big wood chunky pieces here. So I kind of just laid those out so I kind of, have an idea of how I'm going to be putting this together. Next thing I did was I took the stretchy cord and actually cut off a piece. Now you want to cut off a piece that's probably going to be a little longer than what the actual end result is going to be, because it's better to have that little bit of extra on there, instead of having it be too short. So I've gone ahead and cut my piece out already. Alright, next thing I'm going to do is I took my stretchy cord and I basically pinched it in half. So I have two pieces, I have the one side and then the other side. And I took the main piece of the necklace, which is the focal point kind of this particular necklace. And I've basically made it mark the middle mark of my cord that's been pinched in half. So here is the first main piece. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a couple of these little tiny beads and go ahead and loop them through the threading. Pull them down. So I have my main piece right here, and basically I've put 3 beads on that one side. I'm going to take the opposite side of the cord and add 3 beads on it. Most of the beads are pretty easy to push through over the cording, but like if you get a bead that has, I don't know, just like paint in the middle of the bead or something like that, sometimes they're kind of hard to push through. So for this main piece, I've gone ahead and put 3 beads on each side. I've tied a little knot right there because I want it to kind of just hold in place. And that's the way the original necklace was, so I'm kind of just going with the same. So I'm basically going to just tie a little knot to hold those 6 beads and the main piece. So I have my beginning piece here, the first couple of beads. I'm basically sticking to the original design of the necklace. I'm not going to go all crazy or anything. So I've added these big chunky beads and then like a little bead in between them. And I'm going to basically get into the part where I add all the rest of these little guys on there. So I think so far the hardest part for this necklace is probably these big chunky pieces. They have like bits and scraps of paint in the inside, so it kind of made them hard to push the cord through, but so you can see I'm making some headway. Basically what I'm doing is I'm going to one side and I'm adding about 5 beads, then I jump to the other side and add 5 beads on there. So, and it's so easy with these little beads, you just push the cord right through and they just slide right on. Most of them are pretty easy. If you run into one that has, like I said, paint or whatever, wood chips in the middle of it, take a needle and just kind of like push it through there and move it around. That'll help knock things out of the little bead, but for the most part, the little ones are pretty easy. Alright guys, so I am done. It didn't take me no time at all to finish adding the little beads to this necklace. Once I got to the end, I kind of just held it up and I tied 3 knots. To finish this off, since the cording is kind of, it is very silky and I don't want my knot to come undone and basically break the necklace. So to finish it off, what I advise doing is to take a clear nail polish and go to your knot and basically add a little dot of clear nail polish on the knot. Be really careful, try not to get it on your necklace, that kind of thing. But basically what this will do is it'll keep it from sliding off and coming undone. So I'm just going to add that on there, and I'm going to let it dry. And then the last thing I will do is I will take a pair of scissors and cut off the excess string on the ends, and the necklace will be basically done.